As a man, you should be sitting down to piss. Yes, Emeka, you should be putting your bum down on the toilet seat and be urinating. Because some of you just stand up, pee, and now I think it's like a sporting achievement. Science says you should be sitting down. Even your great-grandfather and your grandfather that you people like to remind me about, our ancestors were squatting to urinate. But Oyibo have come and now tell us that we now need to stand in order to piss, right? Now, before you close this video, I'm going to explain, especially if you're over 40. If you're over 40 as a man, you should be sitting down to piss. And you need to hear what I'm about to say, so come. But before we start, please click the subscribe button. There is a notification bell so that you don't miss videos like this. You're missing it. You're missing out. I know that some of you are already thinking, what do you mean? Sit down to piss? That's how Nkechi used to piss. It's not for me. Emeka is already in the comment now typing something foolish. I know. But here's why I'm making this video. There's something that usually happens to men. It's called benign prostatic hyperplasia, big prostate. Right? It's just a big name for big prostate. And it starts to affect 90% of men by the time they reach 80. And one of the simplest things you can do in order to protect your bladder as you age, does not take you extra time, does not require a prescription for me, is just to sit down and urinate. Stay with me. I promise by the end of this video, your ego will survive, yes, and your bladder will thank you. Let me explain what's going on inside your body when you urinate, because most men have never thought about it, even for 1 second. Your bladder is like a small muscle, right? Small muscular bag. The job of the bladder is to store urine. Below it is something we call the prostate. It's like a small gland. It's like small gland, very tiny, but it wraps around the pipe that is escaping from the bladder. That's where urine used to flow from. So think of the prostate like a ring, right? Now, if the prostate is healthy and small, normal size, the hose pipe, the pipe of where urine is supposed to pass, is wide open. Urine will flow freely. As you start to get old as a man, usually in your 40s, this prostate now starts to grow, and then the ring now starts to tighten slowly around the pipe. Urine will still flow, but it will not be flowing as freely. You will now start taking longer at the toilets. Your stream will start getting weaker. Instead of the one that can fly like this, you now start dropping. You are finished pissing, but your body is doing you like you have not finished pissing. And then some urine is now staying behind inside the bladder. Doctors used to call this thing post-void residual volume. Just know that what we are talking about is leftover urine, the one that did not come out. Here's now where it gets dangerous. That leftover urine that is sitting inside your bladder is not innocent. It is a place where bacteria can grow over time. And then if you do not control it, it leads to things like UTIs. Yes, man can also get urinary tract infection, not just women. It can also lead to something we call bladder stones. In some cases, if you retain, it go up to the kidney and then damage it. So the question now becomes, is there anything that we can do to ensure that our bladder is empty, complete? The answer, yes. And it's simple, very simple. But before we go, let's go back to research. In 2014, some researchers came back, a major study. They just came back and they said, we are going to search over 14 medical databases and pull 11 different studies together to answer one question. Does the position you urinate in actually matter? They compared sitting, compared standing in two groups. Healthy men with lower urinary tract symptoms, includes healthy men with some in men with even prostate and with enlarged prostate also. But here's what they found. For the men with urinary symptoms, when they sat down to urinate, their flow was stronger. Yeah, like that. They spent less time urinating. They also finished faster and less urine remained inside the bladder. The researchers that look at the people's bladder say, hey, what's going on here? The result that we are seeing here look like we gave these people medicine. Let me say it again. Sitting down to urinate gave the benefits. See, it made urination easy, that it looked like these people took drugs that they used to take for prostate problem for free of charge. They say, okay, let's do a separate study. They do a separate study, 740 men, broke down the result by age. Men under 50, it did not matter much. As stand or sit, same results for men under 50 years of age. But once the men have crossed 50, the moment they sit down to urinate, less leftover urine inside the bladder. Now, here is what I need to explain properly so that you understand. When you sit down, this particular group of muscles that we call the pelvic floor muscles, what they do is that they relax. These are basically the muscles that are the base of your pelvis. They also control, remember this hole I are seeing here, this particular hole, even though this woman on, this particular hole is what also where the pipe of the urine, this is where also urine comes out, right? Which means that urine can flow out faster. When you stand up, these muscles, you engage it small, right? But it means they are also holding tension. It's like trying to pour water through a pipe that somebody is holding the end of the pipe. You will use force. But when you sit down, the squeeze just release. The pipe will open freely and then gravity will help it. The bladder will empty completely. Nkechi, I know that as I'm saying this tonight, I'm thinking about the man in your house. Yes, you know the one I'm talking about. Yes. He will go through the bathroom 4 times a night and then will not stand there for ages and then come back and go again 30 minutes later. His bladder is not emptying properly. And one reason might just be that he's standing up to piss. Emeka, come back here. Why are you running? Let's now address the elephant in the room, right? Masculinity. Many men, yes, including Nigerian men, especially Nigerian men, believe that sitting down to urinate makes you less of a man. That is a sign that you're weak. Some of you will rather suffer in silence than be seen sitting on a toilet seat to piss. But let me now ask you something. Is it manly to be waking up 5 times a night because your bladder will not empty properly? Is it manly to get a urinary tract infection that could have been prevented simply by sitting down to piss? Is it manly to damage your kidneys because your ego told you to stand up and piss? Your ancestors, by the way, did not stand to urinate. There's multiple history, yes. Multiple studies that even went to history show that squatting was the natural human position for both urination and shitting. Now I just standing up to piss is modern toilet behavior. Yes. And it's less natural. Since every time people say, let's go back to natural. Now I'm telling you, natural people are fighting me. When the British people came to Nigeria, yes, during that colonial era, they introduced standing. Not because it was biology, but because it was convenience. So the idea that standing to piss is the natural or traditional way is not true. Natural, sit down to piss, squat to piss. Especially if you're over 40, sitting is the best way. You can do it now, right? Nobody is watching you. It's inside your bathroom. You are not urinating in public. Because if you're urinating in public, I don't see a reason why they should be flogging you. Go and do it inside your bathroom, right? Just do it. Your bladder will empty more. Just try it. Your bladder will empty completely. It will empty easier. It will reduce the amount of time you spend on the toilet. Another thing you can also do is that, yes, you can also do your pelvic floor exercises. Try to do as if you are stopping urine. Now, hold it for a few seconds and then release. If you do it 10 to 15 times a day, you are strengthening the muscles around your bladder and can reduce issues like leaking or weak flow as you start to get older. You can also do this thing where if you are over 45 years, please go and do a prostate check. Because prostate cancer is the #1 cancer in Nigerian men. And most cases are caught late because men refuse to get checked. Stubbornhead. Something as simple as a PSA blood test can save your life. Don't be waiting for symptoms. But Proco Doctor, in all of this video, it's just old men they are talking about. Me, I'm 25 years old and I'm healthy. Do I still need to sit? Honestly, the research did not show any significant difference for healthy young men. But you see, prostate enlargement will affect many of you. You see, up to 90% of men eventually. So starting the habit early means that by the time you actually need it, it has become second nature to you. It's prevention, is not treatment. What if I'm using a public toilet? That's where you now use your common sense. I know, yes, public toilets in Nigeria, sometimes you cannot even look at it. So in those situations, standing can be fine. This advice is primarily for your house where you are using a clean toilet every day. The goal is to make sitting down to piss your default option, not your only option. You can also stand to pee for, some places where you cannot sit down, right? Especially for urinals. Because I know that some people now inside the comment section. So if we can go to the urinal, should not sit down in the urinal and go and pee. You're thinking that. And please, if your wife sent you this video, don't be offended. You should even tell her thank you. Buy her gifts. But she wants you to remain alive and healthy. That's love. Emeka, accept it. 3 things before you go. Number 1, the prostate as you age is growing. How you urinate directly affects how well your bladder copes with that change. Sitting to urinate relaxes the pelvic floor, improves your flow, and reduces leftover urine. It's free medicine. Number 2, Your manhood is not defined by how you used to piss. It's defined by whether you are healthy enough to be there for the people who depend on you. Dead men don't used to stand for anything. So why not sit down now? Number 3, prostate cancer is the #1 cancer killing Nigerian men. Go and get yourself screened. Simple test, minutes, bam, they've taken your blood to go and check. Check now, especially if you are 40 and above. So share this video with your father, share with your uncle, share with every man over 40 in your life who thinks it's too tough to sit down. You might just be saving their bladder, their kidneys, and their life today. You're welcome. Since you people cannot say thank you.